Yo, it's your boy Dorren Pierre.
And Tyrell, you're now tuning in to Purple World, episode 13. Check that out.
Tune in.
You already know.
Love won't work, I counted right and did the math. Drop low, twerk, didn't know she had all that ass. Now I got it gas, keep on coming back. They keep on throwing racks. I'm always in the mirror, cause I gotta watch my back.
What's good, Do Over Don't? Purple World, episode 12. And today we're here with Dorren Pierre and Tyrell, his manager. What's good, y'all?
Yo, what's good?
What's going on? Y'all just came back from a show.
Yeah, shit was lit. Shit was a vibe.
How was
Shit
it?
was a vibe. Shit was a vibe, bro.
For sure, yeah, it was definitely like a decent crowd, you know what I mean? People were chill. There was like some artists and like the people that were holding it were pretty chill. So obviously, I mean, we had a chill last time, got some good footage, and that's really, what it's about.
Yeah.
Right. At this point,
Got a good sweat up there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I always like that.
How is it, like, maintaining stamina as an artist? I've always wondered that. Like, do you get gas from, like, a 10-minute set?
I mean, it all depends. I kind of like try to put the songs in like an order where it's like, if I'm doing like a hype, I try to say like the hype song for last. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try to get like the smoother songs out the way, but nah, like 10 minutes is I'm straight after that.
Okay.
what gets you tired? Like, what is a point where you're like, damn, that's a long ass set? Or a long set?
I mean, probably the sets that's like probably like over 30 minutes. You know, like those type of sets is like.
You're ready to die after.
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily ready to die, but it's just like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
you know what I
well,
mean?
no,
Especially like, I try to do songs without like the words and shit like that, so that's a lot on the vocals. That's like really like what's the tiring part of it.
Yeah. Hey, that must be a good quality performance, though. I wish I could have made it today, but I woke up like literally like an hour before this podcast.
I respect it because we got here, we literally got in the car. We were like, bro, we better just sit for a second and just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
No, I don't blame you
Someone,
guys.
man.
I came back from getting water and I saw you guys in the parking lot. I'm like, I'm gonna give you guys your time because I still am doing shit right now. I'm assuming you guys need to cool off.
Yeah,
Bring the mic a little closer to you, by the way, because your audio's cutting in and out a little. And I'd bring yours up a little bit. My bad.
There you go.
But one thing I didn't find about you doing all my research because I was doing it kind of speedy.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Springfield.
Springfield?
Yeah, Springfield,
okay.
Mass.
Damn.
Yeah.
Far away. You did too?
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
both of y'all.
Yeah,
Like,
Western Mass, 413 babies.
what's it like out there? All I know is Six Flags and Amherst.
Yo, Amherst, I'm dead.
I mean, I love Springfield. You know what I mean? I like where I'm from, Hall of Fame. You know what I mean?
I forgot about that too.
Right.
Yeah, it's
That too.
just like there's a lot of history there, but a lot of talented people too. So it's a dope place to be from.
Is there a music scene out there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
There
say so.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
there is.
there's some dope artists out there.
Yeah, there definitely
Huh.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, Springfield's not Boston or inside of Boston. So it's like the buzz can only grow so much because people, even you're like, is there a music scene out there? It's like,
Yeah.
like you wouldn't even know like who would be out there. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
haven't heard of it.
That's like kind of been the big thing too, is like trying to be outside of just Springfield and try to do something different than like a lot of other artists are doing. You know what I mean?
Well, honestly, bro, Springfield is like the last place I would have imagined you said you were from.
Yeah, right.
Like, I was honestly just taken aback by that. Like, what the fuck?
I
guys?
feel like Springfield's more connected to like Connecticut. Hartford's right there. You know what I mean?
Well, you seem pretty connected with a lot of the Boston scene too. For someone who lives all the way, like what?
Yeah, we try and be
Yeah.
connected with
Everywhere.
everyone.
Yeah. And-
No, yeah, it's been. I mean, like I feel like over the last year we kind of just met more people like in the Boston area
Yeah,
and kind of
definitely.
just kind of expanded into that. I think it was just like even like with meeting people, really, and just like talking to people and just like being human and being normal, or whatever, and just kind of just expanded us to Boston.
You
But I
just
feel like
meet
that's
more
where we're
people.
gonna kind of grow to bigger parts too. You know what I mean?
How being in like a location like what the fuck? Oh, my headphones just died. That's weird. The audio's still working. What the hell? My headphones just died, but they're still working. That's the weirdest thing that ever just
That's
happened.
crazy.
But being in a location like Springfield, because I was gonna ask later on how important it is traveling as an artist. Being all the way over there, where you basically have literally like no music scene, no infrastructure. How crucial is it for you to travel, make new connections in different places, get your name out there?
I mean, I think that's the biggest thing, like making music and just like your network. You know what I mean? Like you can network online only so much, but like that, like when you're traveling around, you get to like shake hands and have an actual conversation with someone, and that interaction goes a long way. You know what I mean? Opposed to just
further.
like staying at home and not doing anything and trying to just be the man online.
Or Instagram DMs.
You know what I
and
mean?
bullshit.
So,
It's like, bro, like when you're on Instagram, like it's the same thing as text message, but it's even like cold calling a text message. So like you have to come off like you don't know how a person's gonna read your text message. You don't know like how that comes off. It can come off as weird, it can come off as cool, it can come off as shady, it can come off as needy, it can come off as anything. You can't how they perceive it is like how they perceive it. So it's like when you can actually like meet a person and say like, hey, like what's going on, they can like read your energy, like read who you are, and you build like that connection, it goes a long way.
It goes a lot.
Like it's just like, yeah, that's it's really so it's really for us, even when we were in the car, we were kind of just talking about like how like we really need to like get out or like, you know, make sure every week we're out here doing something and we're like out of this like area as a whole, or, you know, like because, you know, it's weird with like cities. We talked about like Springfield a little bit, but like, and a lot of cities don't show you as much love until you like get love from the outside.
Yeah, that, bro, I've talked about that on almost every single podcast I've done this week.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if that's the case, like, it's cool. Like, we know that Springfield has, like, some love or whatever, but we know that, like, to get the cosign we need from them, it's weird. You need a cosign from someone else to be like, oh, nah, he's cool. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, he's from here. He's cool. Like, and that's a weird way of things working. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like getting out of Springfield is kind of like, you have to.
yeah.
It's like that everywhere, but
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But Springfield, like you just said, you didn't even know there was music.
Yeah.
You said Six Flags. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so they're not going to take you serious
The
until
hometown
you
is always the hometown is proving grounds. You know what I mean? Like,
Literally.
it doesn't really matter like what you're doing there. It's like what you do, what you can come back with. You know what I mean? And if you can come back with some shit, then shoot, we riding with you because like you the first to do that, or you one of the ones to do that. But
in a weird way, it's like, all right, you're doing well here, so we expect that because we know you. And I get that logic, I guess, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you, so, all right, cool. But then when they're like, oh, they like him too, like, oh, he's actually doing something. It's not just us that are rocking with him because he's from here. It's like, I don't know. And I get that aspect of it too, but at the same, I don't know. You know, got to get out of there a little bit, though.
absolutely.
I definitely feel both of y'all on that.
What about you? Like, were you born and raised here?
Yeah, no, I grew up in Dorchester, and then I moved to Braintree when I was like probably like 7, 8, some shit like that.
Do you feel like Boston has like this is a question I have for people like, I guess, like in the scene. Like, do you think Boston has enough, like, all right, what's Boston music scene really like? Because I'm not in it, right? And then, like, do you think that Boston does enough for its artists to, like, blow? Because I feel like even with Bia, like, a lot of people don't even know Bia's from Boston.
Exactly.
And then she does, and then also because people didn't rock with her, right?
Yeah.
And then, like, the same thing with, like, Joyner Lucas. I feel like a lot of people didn't know that, like, people
Joyner
from
was from,
like, it's from Massachusetts.
even
Like,
Stiz.
yeah, exactly. So it's like, you know, like Cousin Stiz, all them, and it's like those people. I guess now they do kind of show Boston love and stuff, but it's like Boston wasn't the reason why they like got where they were.
Yeah.
Do you think that Boston like elevates, or is that some? I don't know. Are they tripping because they feel that way, or is that like really a thing out here? Is it the same thing?
I feel like before there was definitely a lot of hate in the city. Definitely, from what I've heard at least of how the scene was before. But I feel like ever since COVID, everyone being in their house and stuff, all the media platforms and stuff, I feel like it's kind of twisted around where it's like now there's a good amount of people that are trying to bring like light to all the talent. Everyone's trying to help each other. But then you still just have those same people that are stuck on beef, stuck on the dumb shit, all this shit. You still have the egomaniacs that won't give a helping hand. Right. There's always going to be the bullshit. I feel like it's definitely improving right now. In the past, it wasn't that good, but I feel like right now we're at a good place where the music scene is gonna.
Do you think artists can break from Boston, like from Boston?
I think, if I'm being completely honest, bro, they have to leave Boston.
Right.
That's what I think. Yeah, like that's what I think. Like, I don't know, because I feel like there's only so much you could do here because there's no infrastructure here. You have to go out, build your own infrastructure, and bring it back here, and then it's just passing it down to the next. Honestly,
and it's like I feel like it's in a weird way like local radio would be the people that would kind of want to help break those artists. It's like, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? Or they have this like weird, like not all of them, but you know what I'm saying? Like there are definitely some good people, but like a lot of them is like, it's really hard to like just get a hold of them or talk to them or just, you know what I'm saying? I get granted tons of people try and do, but it's like.
And a lot of them just want money right away.
Yeah, you got to think too, like the radio is dying. So like they're only going to play like they're gonna play the trending sound. Like they're not necessarily trying to break the sound anymore because if they're not playing what people are putting in their playlists, then nobody's gonna listen to the radio. You know what I mean? Like people make their own playlists and shit like that.
Trending sound is now found on your Spotify playlist that they make for you.
And that's like what's going to keep generating the money towards the radio. You know what I mean? Like they're now partnered with like these big companies, and now like you got to play. They have to play a certain song amount of times. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like they're not looking to break any artists. Like, and that's the problem.
They're really not.
And that used to be like the main job of a DJ. You know what I mean? Like, so this is weird shit.
Like I'll talk to my uncle. He's like, he used to be like a DJ, like a real DJ. He's like, yo, the best part of like when I was growing up and being a DJ was like when people would send you songs and you would have something that no one else had yet, and you'd be like, yo, this is hot. Like that's what he would say. You know what I'm saying? Like this is hot. And you like, and you would have that. You'd be able to spin a record that you just people looking at you like, how'd you get that? And he's like, you know, and even when I was like younger, he would still say that. He's like, yo, I got this new track. Like, nobody even heard. I'm like, all right, cool, that's cool, whatever. And then you know, like now it's like we can send a Dorren track and that shit can be fire. And it's like they may or may not open it. They may open it, maybe listen to like a second, whatever the case is. It's like. People used to enjoy like getting a new track and be like, oh, what is this? Is this dope? Is this something I want to play? Is this something I want to hear? It's like now it's like a job or like something, you know what I mean?
They
like
just want to hear the same shit over and over again.
It's different.
Literally.
Or it's like people they know. So you got to know them and they got to rock with you in order for them to play music. It's not based off like, you know, the music type shit. But
how did you get into music in the first place? That's a solid question right there.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I come from like a very musical like family, like you know what I mean. Like my dad used to always like wake up 4 a.m. type shit, singing mad Jamaican songs, like waking the whole house up. So like, I feel like that the music is just part of me. Like I was like early on, I was in like some like church praise and worship, like, and then like I guess like what really got me into like the raps is like high school. Me and my friends, just like we had this class called Music Lab in high school, and so like me, Tyrell, my boy Apollo, my boy Yusuf, like we was just locked in the music lab, like, and me and Tyrell, we wasn't even really on no music shit, like really, like we were just kind of just
liked
like
it. We just love music, like we love music now. We love music.
I mean, we both come from like you know what I mean, the church music background and shit like that. So like. We wasn't even really like we were just doing it for fun, and like Yusuf was rapping, Apollo he was making beats for real, and like once we graduated, I kind of just like fell in love with like
doing everything.
Yeah, just like rapping and shit. Like I'll be rapping at parties, like me and them going to like parties and shit, rapping, and so I just kind of fell in love with that shit, and then from there it's just like it's like a drug. It's like addicting. So, yeah.
So. When did you start taking it more serious? Because I was looking at your catalog and you were dropping videos for what, like 7 years? I was like, what the fuck? When I was looking at that, I was like, bro, what?
Yeah, they look crazy. Those videos look crazy.
And also, it's like, bro, I was listening to it. That's why I'm saying I was doing my Nardwuar shit. I'm like, bro, like this dude sounds completely different. Like this is like some like J. Cole type music that I'm listening to back then. Yeah. And then it's like the shit I heard you record last week. I'm like, bro, what the hell? So explain that. Yeah. Explain that to me. How we got from that Dorren to the Dorren that's in the room. Because there's a bunch of questions I have about that.
I mean, yo, like that shit is just like, that's just like music, bro. Like you got to grow with the times at the same time. Like you got to develop your sound in each era, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hear like any artist still sounding like how they sound 7 years ago.
That's a fact.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
that would be like, what the fuck? Like, bro, like you can't like, nah, like you're not about to sell me the same thing for 7 years and think I'm not dumb. You know what I mean?
Literally.
You gotta sell me you gotta sell me something else.
Yeah.
So like that's just like really keeping up with the times and still like music at that point, music 7 years ago to me is new. That's new to me, bro. I'm like still developing and still trying to figure out who I am as an artist and shit. And like now, it's like I'm just still experimenting. Like I just like keeping up with like what's going on, but still finding myself within the times. So I feel like that's like the purpose of art. Like you know what I mean? You gotta grow because I gotta still relate to like the younger crowd. But I still have to relate to my crowd, you know, what I mean, at the same time. So,
and it's like it's crazy because like he'll have music, and the music he'll put out could be like something he recorded 3 years ago.
Yeah,
like real shit. Like
that's a fact.
It'll be like something he recorded 3 years ago, and you're just like the fact that we're like sitting here, we're still nodding our heads to this. We're about to put this song out, and I know that people are gonna rock with this. It's like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like, so the music that he's making now, or like last week or whatever, when he puts out in a year or two, whenever time lots, it's like he'll probably already be in a different space, and it's like that's why I rock with him too is like his work ethic's different because he's just if I'm somewhere and I'm like, where's D-Ren? He's either at his crib or he's at the studio. And I feel like there's like really no in between for that man. You know what I'm saying? So like when you say he's experimenting with his sound, it's like that man really be in the studio and there's like a beat here and a beat here and a beat there. And it's like he's doing something different for all of them. It's like, you know what I mean? It's I don't know, it's kind of dope. Like that's why it's just fun being in the studio. Just kind of like catching the vibe and watching him make music.
Definitely was fun watching you the other day, even though I was busy editing. The little bit that I did get to watch was dope.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
But how the hell? Because when I was looking through everything, there was that period of you doing the more rappy rap, and then there was like a 2-3 year point where you just dropped off. Whole image changed. You got the hair, came back. You started dropping the melodic stuff. You dropped therapy. What happened in that whole hiatus?
That whole hiatus, like therapy. In those 3 years, like therapy was made in that first year of me, like not putting anything out. Like therapy was an old project. So when I put therapy out, it's like I made those songs in like 2016. You know what I mean? And I put it out in 2019.
Yeah.
So it was like 3 years old, maybe a little bit before that. Really?
No, it was 2020.
So 2020, like 4 years old. So I mean, I guess I was just like music changed, yo. Like the sound shifted. It was like if you want to relate to like if I want to relate to my nephew and my niece, like I gotta change the sound. They're not trying to hear that tempo of music. They like that doesn't catch them.
Yeah.
Like what catches them is the upbeat. So I gotta be more upbeat, and that's kind of just in my blood too. With like the reggae influence, like all those flows is like fast flows. So that's what I come from. You know, that's my inspiration and shit like that. So it's like I gotta relate to like my niece and nephew and make sure they like this shit and they can catch it, because really all this shit is a vibe. No one really gives a fuck about what they're saying. Yeah. But I love words, you know what I mean? I love having a message, and I love making people think about, damn, what did he think? Like, what was he, you know what I mean? That's a tough bar and shit like that. That's just like, I came up off that. So it's like, I gotta be in the pocket of like these little kids and still try to have a message and shit like that. That's just what the shift came from. It was just like people aren't really trying to hear that same slow rap cadence, like bars and all that all the time. They want to hear it in a fun way now.
So you just had to change the style. Yeah. What was the process like? A lot of unreleased songs, I'm assuming.
Yeah, but like also like
did it
melody,
come natural?
Like yeah, bro. I started off with melody, bro. Like I've always been melodic. Like that's like I've always had dope hooks. Like you know what I mean.
Facts.
Always had melodies. Like
that's what got you.
That's
into it
really
in the first
like
place.
that's literally just in me, bro. Like it's like I feel like just off like the Jamaican culture. Like if you go anywhere in Jamaica, like you ask somebody to like sing a song or come up with some shit, they gonna be able to come up with some shit. So I think it's just in the culture, but yeah, it wasn't really hard. Like it was just like just a lot of, I wasn't even in the studio a lot of the times. I was like living in the city at the time when I came up with a lot of these sounds, and then I lived in Miami for a little bit, and I came up with a lot of those sounds, and it was just like, then I came back in the studio, had unlimited access, and it was just like,
what was living in Miami like?
That was a vibe. Miami like my favorite place, man. Miami definitely my favorite place. Like it reminds me of New York, and it reminds me of like Jamaica. So it's like a city that I don't sleep on the island.
Easy to get distracted.
I mean, I be focused anywhere, bro.
Miami, bro.
Right.
In Miami. I feel like if I lived in Miami, bro, and just look down the street, just be like, oh.
Right.
Definitely a vibe.
Yeah, no, Miami's lit. Miami is like New York, except island version. Now that you said that,
Yeah, it just
Like,
doesn't sleep. Yo.
literally, Miami's like too wild for me.
Yeah,
bro.
no, I can't do
I couldn't live in Miami, bro.
I
You're
could
crazy
never,
for
bro.
that, bro.
I could never live in
That's
Miami.
him. He that's what he said all the time.
Nope.
I'm with you because I go to Miami for like 3 days, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
and
That's
I'm
enough.
like,
It's like Vegas.
bro. Literally, Vegas too. I hate Vegas.
It's like
bro.
Vegas. It's like, bro, you can go there for a couple of days, but I'm not about to stay here.
Vegas, can't go to Vegas for more than like 2 days. Miami either, bro. Every time
can
I
do
go to
3
Miami,
days.
something
I
bad
can do 3 days in
happens.
Miami. Maybe leave. Okay. Yeah.
I'll be out there living. I like it.
You live anywhere else or just Miami in here?
In New York.
New York too. Damn, she be bouncing around.
New York was tough. I like
New
the
York
city
was?
vibe a lot.
How is it taking the subway and shit? Did you have to do all that?
Yeah.
Moving around 24/7.
City teach you some crazy things about life.
I was gonna say
it's like some different shit out there.
What's the networking like out there?
It's growing right now. You know what I mean? Like Tyrell has a couple people out there. I have a couple people out there. We have a studio out there in Times Square and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
That's fire.
yeah,
That's fire.
Makes it convenient to like be able to do
Yeah.
productive things while we're out there at least. You know?
When did you come into the picture for like management? Because I heard you were there from the beginning, but
yeah, all right, so right, that's crazy. Yeah, so I mean, like he's been my best friend like since we were in like high school. So when he like was like, yeah, I'm about to start making music for real, like he was always like, I'm gonna make this like, you know, back then I was like, all right, cool, like that's dope. And like at some point I was like, yeah, I want to manage you. You know what I'm saying? And like we never really kind of like knew what that meant. I mean, I didn't really know what that meant. I just knew I wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like at some point, whatever. And then kind of when like COVID happened in 2020, and then like pretty much when he dropped therapy is when I like started like managing him, and kind of just like learning my ropes and kind of like figuring some things out. And now I feel like I have my feet under me a little bit more, but you know, obviously you're still learning and growing as a process and like all this. Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of recent, like within like the last year and a half. Like I guess in May it'll be 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
damn.
Yeah.
So how do you go? Do you I'm assuming in the visual aspect, you do have a lot to do with that, right? Like
As far
getting
as
that
like
shit done.
As far as
like getting the visuals done, reaching out to videographers.
So I mean, pretty much our main videographer is Tarquinn.
Tarquinn does everything. Okay, because I was gonna say I was gonna get into that, but I was gonna say
he's
I saw old videos.
like I feel like we just have like kind of like a team that we kind of built between like me, obviously Dorren, Tarquinn, who like does visuals. We have like some other camera people that work with us too. My sister that kind of comes in and helps, and with me with the management stuff, and we kind of have like a team. Little unit that we kind of built together over the last like 2 years. That kind of it really it's helpful to just have like people. You know what I mean? Like all learning, all growing, all kind of trying to expand and like and do what we want to do. Because ultimately this is where we're at. You know what I mean?
So how crucial do you feel it is to have Tarquinn on deck, or just any videographer in general? Because I feel like one thing you guys have very good for Dorren is his visual aesthetic is just like nailed. Like you look at a Dorren picture and it's like this is Dorren's aesthetic. It's all.
I mean, we were like, I feel like even like last year, we really wanted to like build like, you know, grow like the visual of aesthetic of like what he is. So that way he like is represented the way he wants to be, like, you know, on all platforms. So people know like who he is. And I feel like Tarquinn kind of helped do that in a lot of ways because they work really well together artistically. So it kind of was like a real balance of like him finding himself in an artistic way and him kind of like doing that unique style and like showing his image and his brand, which was kind of dope and kind of fire to watch happen. Like you said, like over the last couple of years, it's kind of like shifted from like that to like who he is, and it's kind of like fire at this point. You know what I mean?
So obviously Tarquinn's back there, but did you work with previous videographers before having him on the team?
I'll say the only videographer I worked with before this is like my boy Matt Arnold, M9. That's who like I started off with, and we was locked in for a few years, and then I moved to New York. When I moved to New York, we were still locked in, and then when I came back from New York, I was kind of quiet for a little bit, and then me and Tarquinn shot like it wasn't a music video. It was just kind of like I don't know what I was on. I just had some spoken word shit going on, and that shit was tough. And like from then, you know what I mean? Like what Tyrell was saying, we kind of just all like locked in and shit like that, and I think we did our first visual was like the
Big Mon song?
Yeah, the Big Mon song. Yeah, we did that. We did Apple Ginger Tea. And we did a video, Lights On. And then
yeah, right. After Lights On.
After Lights On, it was just like
over.
Yeah, no, right.
Yeah,
he was nice. Everyone's like, he's nice. Man. You know what I mean? Like
everybody locking into Tarquinn and shit.
Everyone wanted more videos from Tarquinn, to be honest, and it was kind of fire.
Wow. How many music videos have you shot?
Like probably a lot, bro.
Probably like over
even some
20.
videos that didn't even go out.
Really?
There's a few videos out. There's a lot of videos me and Matt made that I never put out. There's a few videos me and Tarquinn made that we didn't put out. Like so.
But like tons of videos like planned for this year though too. You know what I'm saying? Like plan to have like a lot of videos that come out this year. Honestly.
What can people expect from you guys this year? What are some things you got up your sleeve?
Just a lot of music, man. So much music. Like, cause we're sitting on so many songs. Like, I make a song like almost every day. I try to make a song every day, or just try to make an idea every day. So like a lot of music, a lot of visuals. just a lot more content in general. Yeah, just trying to take just like a big takeover, yo. Like I got an album coming later on. I got a couple EPs coming.
Okay.
A lot of singles, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be like a annoying Dorren Pierre, like
it's gonna be a year where like we got a lot of stuff planned to be dropped, like a lot of things, like a lot of visuals, like you said, some videos, like some like constant music, some shit that's just like shit that you'll bop to that everyone's gonna fucking love. And I feel like, you know, every year, you know, as like people, we want to just like see growth within ourselves, but then even in like our careers, we want to see growth within our careers. So I know there's certain aspects of things that we want to attain or do within this year that I think you'll be able to see just with like certain things that we like. Obviously, you know, we keep behind closed doors that we want to just work on, but like I think overall you're gonna see like the same way you've seen a different Dorren Pierre in a good way over the last 2 years, you'll see a different Dorren Pierre in a good way over the this year, and you're gonna be like, damn, like, and when we do this in 6 months, we'll even have a different conversation then and be like, you know, so it'd be kind of, you already know, like excited for the year.
Progression is key.
No, it is.
Progression is key. That's one thing that I found dope about you too, because you look at like The Weeknd and just other mainstream artists, and they show the visual progression along with everything else, and that was the dopest thing to me. How it's like you look at all your old videos, completely different looking Dorren, different sound. Then it's like there's just a big gap, and you come back completely new Dorren. I found that dope as shit. I found that dope as shit. But how did you go about like really finding your sound? Like, do you feel like you've truly found your sound at this point yet, or do you feel like you're still in the process of finding it?
Yeah, I feel like I'm always a student, bro, so I'm always trying to learn, and I'm always growing in that way. How I found this sound, how like this pocket was just more like I was just trying to tap more into like my roots, bro. Like I'm half Jamaican, so I was trying to tap into the roots. And like when I had moved to New York, I had teamed up with my boy Yui, and like Yui, he's a designer. That's who I used to rap with and shit, but he's a designer and shit. And he was just like, we would just always have talks about like different steez. Like that's like when we came up with like, yo, we about to bring back the wallabies and shit like that. Like the wallies is tough, you know what I mean? Like, so we try to just bring back that third world fly shit with like an American twist, you feel me? And like that's how I came up with that shit. But like now it's just kind of, I'm trying to just enhance on that and just blend different genres, man. Like find different genres that I like, and I'm big on like taking some shit from a little genre right there and incorporating it into my own shit, bro. And like trying to just like make new sounds, bro. Like that's where I'm at right now. It's just like working with my one of my producers, Decomposer, trying to fuck with him, working with my engineer / producer, John Dilly, like trying to like just find different sounds, and like whatever producer Tyrell finds, and he like, yo, I'll fuck with this shit. We just trying to blend sounds and just try to make new strides in the music and shit like that.
It's like, I don't know, like the thing about him like finding a sound or being with sound is like if like I'm talking to you and I'm like, I don't know how I would describe Dorren to you, because like it depends on what you listen to. Like if you listen to, I mean, not to throw names out there, but like, or like Drake or like a Tory or like even you said like a J. Cole, like any one of those lanes he could like fit into at any one moment or a different song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even if you were to listen to him, I don't know what you would say to describe him, but whenever someone says like a name to me, they're like, someone's like Baby Keem, I'm like, okay, like, bro. And it's like, it's crazy because you'll sit there and they'll say that to me, and it's like, you are saying that to me, but someone else will say something completely different, but that's kind of fire. You know
That's one thing, bro, I was going to say about you. Every song I listened to, I remember like the first song I heard from you. I don't know what song it was. Me and Sully were in LA and we listened to your catalog. There was some like Playboy Cardi type sounding song we heard. It was like something like that. And then I came in and you were making like Young Thug stuff. Then I went through your old stuff today and it was like J. Cole. I'm like, bro, this dude just can do anything. Like literally you could do anything, and it's like
every genre. Like I literally like that's why he's one of like my favorite artists as like a person, like on a fan level, because when he makes a song, it's like here, it's there. It's, you know, he like blends like different languages or different whatever, like different flows and whatever. And it's like not every artist like does that. But like I said, if I have to describe him, like I wouldn't, like you said, you just gave 3 different like names of people you could say to describe him, and like you wouldn't be wrong.
And they're all completely different.
Right.
Like and that's not even saying in like a bad way. Like,
no, right,
you
exactly.
sound like this person. He's just like, saying like some similarities in a certain song.
Yeah.
But I find that crazy how you're able to be that versatile, because I'm used to versatile artists, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's like night and day difference. Could mistake it with a different dude on some songs, bro.
Oh, word,
Literally.
yeah.
Literally.
Nah, I just be trying to bro, I'm just tapped in, bro.
No, you're good.
I just try to make it like, well, whatever, bro. Whatever I'm feeling in the studio, you know what I mean? For like the past few years, I haven't even written like a song, just more just like vibe the song. You know what I mean? Just kind of like the process you seen the other day. You know what I mean? Like that's what I kind of been on. Well, I'm trying to get back into the writing and shit. Not even trying. I'm getting back into the writing because I feel like my pen different. So I don't feel like nobody can really fuck with my pen when I'm writing. So I might just get back to that. Get back to the bars real quick. Just hit people in the head with the bars because I got some vibey shit coming in the summer and shit like that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
You think you're ever going to go back to the hard old Dorren?
Yeah, I just dropped some hard shit the other day.
You did? I didn't even get to peep that.
Yeah, love won't work, man.
I was going to say, because I saw the visual, but I was skimming through. I looked more at the old shit, bro, because I just got obsessed with the old Dorren when I was sitting there. I was watching all those videos all the way through.
Facts. Yeah, the Love Won't Work shit, that's Tarquinn shot that, and that has bars. Like, I mean, yeah, facts.
Straight
So
bars.
him
Watch that
rapping.
video right
I feel like the
after.
next couple songs like are kind of like hip hop, rap kind of vibes. The next couple things that we're putting out. So I feel like you're gonna get like this year, like that's the best part about it. Like I feel like last year was like some sort of growth and we put some music out. This year you're gonna get like this Dorren, you're gonna get that Dorren, you're gonna get this Dorren, you're gonna get that Dorren at the end. So like take whatever one you want, you can like the most, but you're gonna get all of them like this
You're
year.
gonna get a bunch of different ones.
And the thing is too with like the old Dorren, it's just like, yo, a lot of this shit like it's still not like I wouldn't say it's the same, but it's just more of like finding my voice, bro.
Yeah.
Like what I'm like the bars is, I mean, I'm always gonna be barred up, like I'm always gonna say some slick shit. So it's like it's just more I had to find my voice, you know what I mean? That music was still like new to me at that time.
Damn. Well, you definitely progressed a long way, and I'm excited to continue
bro,
seeing progression.
I got music literally like, you know how we were talking about how we would be in the music lab?
Yeah.
Like I got music from when literally we would make a beat and just have a mic over our headset and like freestyle to that shit just being stupid to like him saying he wants to make music to like a couple years ago to now. And you would literally be like,
what the fuck?
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
but like you could always hear it. You know what I'm saying? You could always be like, oh, like he's got it, but like then now he has his voice and he found himself like musically, so it's like now he makes fire music. It's crazy. Like that's the fun part is like watching the growth, like you said. But a lot of people as they start to become fans or like find out about him, like we'll get to watch like the growth from now, which is still gonna be
just as dope. Because even me, I'm a little late to the journey, but I'm watching it. I'm watching
I
it.
mean, appreciate
But
you.
you want it. You want it. So
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
Right.
I'm part of the journey now.
Exactly.
Part of the
very
journey
much,
now.
very much so, bro.
Talking about the journey, concerts. Obviously you did one today, but I saw you did something with J.I. You opened up for J.I. at one point.
Yeah, I did that with my boy Stevie Max. Me and him, we opened up for J.I. That shit was a vibe. It was definitely fun. Yeah.
What was it like? How many people were in the crowd?
It was a nice sized crowd. It was a nice sized crowd, and it was like I had a good response. Like I think we performed Barbie. I think we performed it before we put it out. Yeah, and people were vibing to it. We got like a good reaction to it. So then when we put it out, like we knew kind of like it would get like a good response and shit.
It's kind of like today too. I feel like he put a song out that he's gonna put out later this month, and he like performed it today. I felt like there was a good ass like reception to it. You know what I mean? Like which is a nice, some validation.
So you know.
Like,
Like,
I played it for my cousin 2 days ago. He was like, "Yo, this is the one." I'm like, you know what? I needed to hear that because it's going out in like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying?
People fucking with it beforehand. That's a fucking good sign.
Facts.
That's a good sign for sure.
Yeah.
But what else? I had something else I was just gonna say right off of that, and I drew a blank. I know I have another question
all
in
the
mind,
time,
bro. It happens to me all the time. It's like the brain farts be the worst.
Story of my life.
My brain farts be the absolute worst. But hopefully I remember that. But on a different note, the Vices EP. What was putting that together like?
Oh, that was a vibe. That was cool. We kind of came up with we were just in the studio locked in. I kind of had a couple of those songs done. I think the only songs I didn't have done when we decided to like put out an EP was like On Freeze and Watched Her Jump. And so like I wasn't even gonna fuck with On Freeze. Like I fucked with the song, but it was just kind of like I was in a weird music music space at that time. So I was just like, whatever, fuck this shit. Like, I'm not even trying to finish this.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, D-Ren, you gotta finish the song. This is the one.
Facts,
And I'm like, bro, fuck this song. I don't know if I can curse on here, but
You can.
I was like, yeah, fuck this song,
yeah.
bro. I don't want to do this shit right now. And so then I finally finished it, and then I was just like, this shit kind of sound like I'm going through. It kind of sounded like my last album was therapy, and then like this EP was kind of just like I noticed some shit through therapy, but like I still liked the bad, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make an EP about it, and like I feel like I did it, and then I went to Miami and kind of like shot like a concept around it, Vice City, and like that's how that came about. It's just like we put together like what is it, 4 or 5 songs, six songs, 5 or 6 songs, and then we just we just kind of like honed in on that concept and kind of ran with it.
That's
fine. Like you said, he has so much damn music, man. Like it's hard because like even like putting like that together, there's he has so much music, so then you got to narrow down like what fits the vibe, what
to draw,
sounds good, how it sounds good together, all this stuff that like that he puts into like the art, and it's like his process is kind of like fun to watch as a whole. You know what I mean? Because it's like there's dedicated decisions as to what he's doing. Like there's reasons why he names it what he does and says what he says and has it or what he has it into. And like I don't know, I'm assuming every artist does that, but like his concepts like have like deep meaning behind them. So it's enjoy that part of the art too.
I was gonna say you sound like an extreme perfectionist from the sounds of it. All these unvaulted songs, all of this.
I feel like I'm a product of Ye, man. Like Kanye. Like that's like my big inspiration with music. Like him and Mike. And I feel like they were like so keen on like getting things like exactly how they wanted it. And like it still like haunts me today sometimes, like, you know what I mean? Like he's saying, I got mad music, bro. Like I don't have to make another song for like probably like 2 years, bro, and I'll be good. Like putting out music. But like I would just be trying to perfect the sound and like perfect what I'm saying. So like just like being a fan of Ye, Jay, Kanye, like I feel like they like try to like get everything perfect and like I try to be the same way. Like,
does it get stressful at points?
Yeah, all the time.
All
the time. You know, sometimes I can't make music. Like I make so many songs, and like sometimes it gets frustrating because you're not putting anything out, so you're not getting the reaction. You're not getting the reaction. You don't know what to do. Like you don't know what action to make next. You don't know what someone is liking. You don't know what's trash. Like so, you just making, and then it's like no one's reacting to shit. And
no one's even seeing all the work you're putting in. You aren't seeing anything off of it. That's the thing that sucks about music. It's such like a slow game, and it's like your own little war to just fight in silence until the whole world just knows.
Until you win the war, right?
Literally.
Literally. Yeah, like while I'm making it though, like I always try to tuck songs away. Like I'd be like, damn, I'll use this for an album. Or, damn, this can be an EP. But it's only like I make so many songs. There's only so many songs I can do that to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I literally force him to send. Like when there's a song that's fire, I'd be like, no, send me that, because I'm like, this shit needs to go out. We're not gonna sit here and lose this in the shuffle because he has, like I said, like there's so much music. I literally have them in different folders, so I know what to go back to for like whatever occasion we're on, because he has so much music. So it's like the fact that he's making music constantly is so dope because he's getting better every time he's doing it, and then we have tons of content, tons of like stuff to put out. But then also it comes to a point where like we're trying to put out Vices and we have to sit there and pick out 6 songs and we have to cut out however many out of whatever. And we sitting there like, well, we like that song. I like that song too. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Good problem to have though.
It's definitely a struggle picking all that stuff apart, being a perfectionist. Yeah. But what are y'all thoughts on the mass music scene altogether? I know obviously Springfield, you might not be as in tune with everything, but what you've seen from the state overall.
I mean, I think there's a lot of talent out here. Like, I think Mass is like one of those cities, like anything, like sports, music, arts. Like, I feel like there's so much talent here, but it's just like we're like tucked in like the corner of like this country, and it's just like there's no real market here to like generate any real buzz for someone to be like be through the roof, and then that next person to be through the roof too. I think the music scene is dope, man. Like, there's so much talent. There's some spitters. There's some people who like can make hits, and different, like we just was listening to a reggaeton artist that was performing. You know, got like the reggae artist, the Afrobeat artist too. So I think, man, there's so much talent, and I think once like one person like really blows, like even though like Bia blew up, but she's so far removed from here, like. You know what I mean? She's from here, but she's been in the game for a minute. She's been at that for a long time. So
already out.
She's like, yeah. So like once someone blows and they're like still from here, it'll go crazy.
Right,
like it would just be like a snowball effect of like artists just coming out of that. It's like crazy.
I feel like that's what it's really gonna be like. Same way like Miami, Atlanta, all these places where it's just gonna be a chain reaction. One person goes and then.
Right.
Everyone.
No, facts. I mean, you would like hope that it would be that way in mass, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you'd hope that like people would give back, but like it's also hard, you know, like even for Bia, at the end of the day, you know, she's from here, and you would think she'd want to give back, but it's also like, damn, like you kind of got a stench in your mouth from like the fact that I've been busting my ass here. I put music out, I did shows, I did try to get this, I tried to get on the radio, y'all wouldn't rock with me, and now y'all all of a sudden y'all begging me to come back. It's like, bro, everywhere else love me, and now y'all didn't like.
I understand it.
But at the same time, if it's me, I'm still going to come back here. I'm going to show love, and I'm going to try and get some other artists on, because at the end of the day, if they're on, that's a product of, like, your relationships, then they're also going to show love forever, too. So, like, you know, relationship building is, you know.
And people only going to, like, because artists like Bia, she did, like, get love from here, but it's only going to go so far until, like, the people are just, like, someone else comes up and they're like, all right, fuck it, you didn't make it, so we try and give this person love.
Right, you didn't love us back,
then,
right?
You know what I mean? So it's like it's hard, bro, because it's like it's no one to really put you on here. Like there's no OG
there's no
to be
infrastructure.
like, yo, man, just do this. Like, nah, there's none of that, bro. It's like you gotta move.
No one wants to help.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
No
Well,
one's
not.
Well, they don't know how to help, bro. Like they don't even, if they could help, they would be in a position to really be able to help you.
I feel like
if I was in a position to help, then I'm going to help.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's people that are in a position to help that don't. That's the difference. It's like for me,
that's
bro,
true.
like for me, right, say, you know, a year and a half goes by, Dorren's in a way different position, and we're literally like in a better place where we want to be. Cool. There's artists that I know that I fucked with, whatever that, all right, cool. I'm literally, if there's something I can do to help them, it's not going to cost me or not going to be weird to any relationship I built or whatever, to just be like, oh yeah, I got you here. I'm doing, like, bro, like, I'm not a weirdo. Like, I want... You succeeding is not going to look bad on me. It's not going to take away from how we eat. And at the end of the day, when you're on, you're going to be like, damn, like I'm on. But like part of that is because like Tyrell really was like really helpful for that. And I appreciate it. Like there's never going to be no love lost there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't get why there's people that are in those positions that literally just like $500. Or like,
weird
like,
ass.
you gotta talk to this person.
$500 is even gonna do, like, you
Come
don't even
on,
need
bro.
that. Like, you're good.
I mean, I get it. You know, you make your money and I feel it, but there's certain things where it's like, bro, like, there's someone that I talk to, like, that's, like, I feel like he's been in the game, he manages someone, like, bigger. He's like, bro, everything that's been, like, good for me, like, every, like, relationship I've ever had or every, like, feature I've had, every studio session I've had that's been dope have been, like, based off of, like, relationships. Like, you know how much stuff that I've gotten or done because of, like, I've had a good relationship? It's like, and that's when you make a dope song. Like, literally, we came here because of you. You invited us, bro, and we appreciate you. We have, like, a fire song and plan to, like, make more with something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's based off relationship. Like, that's just love because, like, we showed love to each other off of no reason other than, like, yo, like, your shit looks fire. Oh, your shit looks fire. What's good? Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? There's people that can be like that. There's people that can be literally, me and you can be in way different places and do the same exact thing for different people, but, like, the people that are there don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm in the same position later on and there's another podcast that's in this position, like, whatever, like, we're on the same level, like, we can work together. It's not like it's some weird,
exactly.
I don't know, but, like, no one really cares.
I feel like it's, like, getting better right now where people are starting to
COVID
lend helping hands. Yeah, I feel like people are definitely lending helping hands more, but still, like, just everyone in this industry is weird. I feel like we're saying here, bro, but I feel like it's just a worldwide thing. Like, because honestly, I feel
why, man? Like,
I don't know,
because
bro.
people have ego, bro. People have egos.
Yeah, they feel like they want to get to a certain
If
level.
I had to go through it, then you got it.
It's like, bro, but you went through it. You got help. Like, anyone that got there got help. Like, that's the part that pisses me off. Is like, I know for a fact you're not giving out no help right now, but I know damn well you got some fucking help along the way.
It's like, yo, why would someone, I mean, I would do it, but like, it's like, why would someone put you in a position to be better than them at something. You know what I mean? Like, that's how people think.
Right.
And it's just like, instead of being like, bro, you can be the assist man of the century because you can put me on and now it just looks good
Even
either way.
right.
Like, he's
I'm
like,
saying,
bro,
so, all right, that dude
this
does
your
blow up.
mans. Yeah.
He does blow up and he goes crazy. Bro, if you are 40% of the reason why he blows up, what makes you think he ain't gonna, yo, bro,
yeah, like
we out too. We out too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you build and grow together. Like, everyone goes like this and tries to just keep everybody down so they can get up too. And then the next person's pulling them down too. It's like, if you go like this, everybody get up. Somebody gets to the motherfucking top and let's pull everybody get a ladder, bro. You know what I'm saying? But like, no one really, I don't know. It's tough.
People it's different, man. Ego is a terrible thing, bro. It could be a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of people use that shit for bad.
Yeah. Like, egos are the death of a lot of people in this industry.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
A lot of people in this industry. But I know you're not an egomaniac like the people we're talking about, but who is Dorren Pierre? Like, what do you want anyone watching this interview to get away from you, get away from your music? What do you embody?
I'll just say the music is really me. Like, it's really me. I'm like telling real stories. Whatever the music is making you feel, I probably felt those same feelings. So it's like that. Like, you're definitely, we're connected. Like, me and the fans are connected, or me and the listeners are connected in a unique way because I kind of put my heart and like my all into my music. So I would just say, like, whatever feeling you're getting from that, like, that's what I want to leave you with, and just like always just like follow your vision, yo. Follow your heart. Like, chase your dreams, yo. Like, there's no real rule to life, yo. Like, other than just like doing whatever it is that you want to do and that makes you happy. And like, it's gonna hurt some people. It's gonna bother some people, and some people are gonna hate on you. A lot of people are gonna hate on you. Very few are gonna love that you're able to be
doing all this stuff
and comfortably you, because everybody is so uncomfortable, bro. Like, a lot of people don't even know what to do. They don't even know who they are. So I would just say, like, just know that, you know, you can, whoever it is that you're trying to be in your head and you envision yourself to be, chase that and chase that shit 200 miles per hour. Like, and don't let up, and don't give a fuck about anybody's judgment except for the man's above you. You feel me? So I'll leave people with that.
Wise words from Dorren.
Yeah.
Wise words from Dorren. Literally. But we're gonna wrap it up soon. I only got 2 more questions for y'all. But what are y'all goals and aspirations? It could be stuff outside of music, things you want to do just in life in general. But what do y'all got for this year and just in general? Some major things you want to get done.
I mean, for myself personally, I just started my own like management business, so I plan to kind of hone in on that and really, like, I mean, my main focus is management for Dorren and help like growing like who he is and like growing him as an artist. But really start to like hone in on like helping other artists so I can grow my portfolio, but also like I said, I'm still learning this management game too. So kind of growing that, and then eventually start to work in like another aspect of management. But for me this year, I think my goal is really to help to make me feel like I've had like substantial growth within like what I do for Dorren. And for me, I think there's things that are physical with that, and then there's things that are more mental. I mean, on a physical level, I'd like to like make sure that he's like published more, and has like more growth as far as like how known he is. Like, obviously that's like cliche, but like, just, you know, like, I don't want a certain amount of this and that. Like, I think like there's a certain way of just like feeling like there's growth. Just like I felt like there was growth last year. I think we just need to take like bigger steps in that, and I feel like we as a team like know what that means. But I think my biggest goal is like to show that, you know, like feel like I have some growth within this year, like personally, and then like within like this music shit, because we're still learning, we're still growing, but we're having fun at the same time. Like, that's really all it is.
Yeah, I'll say pretty much what he said as well. But just like to make sure we stay on tact with our goals. Like, we have a lot of music that we want to drop. And, like, we got a lot of visuals that we're planning to drop as well. So just like finding different models and to connect with them, and, like, kind of adding them on the team, and just sticking to, like, the script, you know. Like, I feel like if we stick to the script, like, everything that we want to manifest with, like, coming to
you just got to keep
fruition.
doing it.
So And I mean, outside of that, like I'm an audio engineer as well. Like, so I just want to get better in that aspect of like mixing and mastering.
I didn't even know you were an engineer.
Yeah, man, I like engineer my own shit. Like not, like I record myself. You feel me? And like
Okay,
I have
so
my
that's one question I missed.
Engineer my shit, but just like I want to get better at that shit. Like I feel like that would make me like that help me become a better artist as well. Like
definitely,
and just experimenting with those like different plugins and shit like that. So that's where I'm at right now with the artistry.
Yeah. Damn. So it sounds like both of y'all got a lot coming.
Yeah.
A lot coming. A lot of progression. I feel like the one thing with being an engineer and an artist, if you could learn how to engineer yourself, bro, that's like a whole nother superpower. Like that's another thing I've talked to multiple people about on this podcast. If you could learn how to engineer yourself, you'll make yourself sound the best. But also if you could learn how to produce on top of that, bro, it's a raps.
Right,
like,
right.
It is raps. It is raps.
That's really a fact.
And as far as the management, do you have any other artists you manage? Or is it just Dorren right now?
No, so
Dorren
I mean,
right
I only manage Dorren right now.
Okay,
I work with like some other artists, and I kind of help out.
Yeah, on
with
the
like certain
side.
aspects, right? Like even like even one of the artists I was over there that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Like I do stuff with him, cause like that's like family and stuff.
Yeah.
No one that I like super like name out, but like I work with a couple artists, and kind of help them with like
That's
putting
good.
their music out, the publicity aspect of it, and kind of just like planning it out. I mean, like I said, just honing my skills too. Like when me and Dorren have rollouts with like Tarquinn, I want them to be perfect. And like the more I do, the more perfect they are. So at this point, like I'm willing to like work with artists, help them grow, help me hone my skills in, and kind of just like become better over the year.
Yeah. That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. Do you feel like one thing before we end this off, I want to ask you guys, being friends for so long and you being his manager, when he's fucking around or vice versa, he's fucking around, how is it like separating that friendship and that business aspect from each other and really being like, okay, we need to get shit done, stop fucking around?
I mean,
have you never really had to
we've
deal
been
with
checking
that?
each other before.
Yeah.
before
So you
this
guys have
shit,
had
so
to
it's
deal
just
with it.
like-
Bro, it's the opposite. I feel like we more so have to make sure that we keep our friendship like on
Instead
a
of the
on a
business.
level, like because we'll sit there and we'll get together and the first thing we talk about is music.
Okay.
And then the whole time we're talking about music.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we'll have to be like, yeah, wait, we're friends. Like we could talk about other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you got going on in your life or whatever, you know, whatever, like let's have dinner because like that's my best friend too. So it's like finding that balance, the work-life balance is different when like we are both so aligned on what we're trying to accomplish that that's what's on our mind anyway.
Yeah.
So like balancing the friendship and knowing that like we're working at the same time is really like the part. But like as far as like our friendship goes, we never like fucking around. It's like, bro, we have us having fun is being at the studio.
Yeah.
like to be honest,
Nah,
like that's like that's us having fun. Like, us
Yeah.
having fun is doing something productive. Like us shooting a video, we having a great time. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's us having fun. That's us fucking around. So it's like it's I don't know. It's a weird. I guess it's weird when I say it like that, but that's really, you know what I mean?
I
That's
always
good,
tell
though.
them like we've been friends for years. We haven't been manager and artist.
Right.
Only 2 years, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like we know the friendship is not really going nowhere. It's
Yeah.
like,
Right.
bro, we got to focus on this right now. It's like,
It's like we're both aligned. Like this is where we want to be and it's what we want to do. So you know what? We could take this year or two where we just bust our ass and work as our focus, and then year two when we're just where we want to be and we're not coasting, but we're on a place where we like can continually
one we
grow.
can be friends
All right,
again.
Look, we got some time for friendship. Yeah, so we can make that,
Right.
bro. Right now we're on a work tip, and it's not even like we feel a ways about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that we're on the same page about it. Like that's part of the friendship, right? It's like knowing where we are and like knowing that we're both on the same page about where we want to go. That's one of my favorite things about our friendship. You know what I'm saying? It's like we want to get where we want to get, and like there's not really anything that's really about to stop
we
that.
trying to figure that shit out every day.
Salute to y'all for that, because I feel like 9 times out of 10, if you have an artist whose friend's their manager from younger, they normally just aren't the best manager. Like sometimes they will be, but it's very rare that you find like a good friend artist relationship.
Those are the best kind because there's like you know what I mean. Like
It's the
there's
best
innate
kind
trust
if you
in
could
there,
do
too.
it right, but a lot of the times like
we gonna bump
too
heads,
nice.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's
just
even about the
life, bro.
music. Like, you know what I mean? We'll bump heads about certain things. Like,
Yeah,
we both
that's part
we'll
of
both
it.
say our opinions, but like, we both know that this is what it's about.
It's like you trying to put out the best product, and ultimately
Arguments
you trying
are
to get
needed.
paid, bro.
Literally.
Like, we all
Right.
trying to get paid, so it's like one common goal.
We have the
Like,
same goal, right?
we can monetize this.
We can have different views on the same goal, but we're gonna talk about, you know what I mean? Because it's the same goal.
Yeah,
at the end of the day. So, but yeah, for sure, we definitely. I mean, we bump heads because we're not on some like real angry shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we bump heads because we want the same shit, but I think this might work. That might, you know, like. But
we're human, bro.
Literally.
Bro, shit.
And brothers
coming into
fight.
this, like, we just all make sure, like, we're all being real. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it.
Me, from Tyrell, from Tarquinn to Jada, like, to everybody who's on the team, like, just be real, like, you know what I mean? And if you being real, keeping it 100, like, there's nothing, like.
Yeah, we gonna be straight.
Yeah, nothing's gonna go
We gonna
wrong,
be straight.
You know what I mean?
Like, and that's what's dope about our team. Like, whether like it's a song that he's putting out, whether it's a song that he just made, whether it's like a video clip or whatever, we send it. You know, we talk about it in our group chat. It's like, I like this, I don't like this, I like this one, I like that one. It's like everyone gonna give their opinion. At the end of the day, you know, we trust the artists to do what like they do as art, but like they also value our opinions in those senses too, because you know we actually care, and we're not gonna just give like the general, oh, I like that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be like, nah, bro, like this or that. You know, so I don't know. It's just, yeah, that balance is hella important, honestly.
Well, salute to you guys for fucking being able to maintain that. 'Cause like I said, that's not something you see common where people are able to separate the two.
Trying to get somewhere, bro.
But we're coming up on just an hour. One last thing, one last final words. Anything you guys got to say to people watching? Anything you want to say?
Stay tuned. We got a whole lot of shit coming. You know what I mean? Trying to take over this whole shit. Not even trying, we about to take over this whole shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, this shit about to be easy as hell. We got hella music coming, hella visuals coming, more bad bitches and videos. You know what I mean? More flossing. Like, this shit is a lifestyle, bro. This shit real life.
Because you just said that, the Barbies video. Why'd you choose to make it? I'm an idiot because I'm forgetting horizontal, vertical. But that way. Why'd you choose to make it like that?
Because that's fly nigga shit, man. That's why. Like, we just, bro, like, we just experimenting, doing just like, we just doing whatever, bro. Like, not doing whatever, but we doing everything so, like, in a tasteful way, but just different energy, bro. Like, we just experimenting with visuals, experimenting with sounds, everything. Like, I feel like that's the way to go. Like, everybody just at this basic ass shit, like just doing the same thing. And like, they did that in the video, we gotta do that. Like, nah, we doing shit our way. We gonna be the new wave and new rules at all this shit. So
definitely gotta have you watch that video he just dropped on Monday.
Yeah, no, I'm watching it right when this ends.
Tarquinn going crazy in there with the edits. He going crazy.
We're about to watch that right now.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate you, man.
Thank y'all for coming on, yo. Thank y'all for coming on. We got to go chop it up off camera, yo. So you guys better have watched this whole thing. Make sure to check out both of them. Say your Instagram so both of them know your Instagrams.
Instagram, Dorren Pierre, DORREN PIERRE. Down data vibes, you know.
Facts. And then mine is the True T Stew, the True, and then TSTEW. So
make sure to go follow both of them. Make sure to subscribe and like this video if you aren't already subscribed and like that video. But Purple World episode 12. See you next one. Peace.
Make a couple thousand, we spend it on nothing. Shorty say we love her, she lying, she know we fucking. Let her roll the finance, we got it straight from the mountain. She got a thing for money.